So, yeah, and I retired early from the city. Um, I worked there for 26 years, and I just felt like I wanted to do some other things, and work-wise, and wasn't really, I mean, obviously you're always concerned about finances and whatnot, but there were other things that I wanted to do that it just took me out on a bit of a limb, but I don't regret it. I worked the first year part-time for the Boys and Girls Club, which was very cool. I'm still on their board. I just love it. And then I went back and actually did a contract for the city for 2 years when it was the cultural capital of Canada, and in a different division, and that was really interesting. I got to work with some people at the city that I had never worked with before, and it was really exciting. Yeah. And in some ways I felt like I retired before I was 60, but I had also been working since I was 16, so I thought, yeah, that's good. I'm good with that, But I don't know, I'd probably even go back to work now, but I'm so busy with family and a bit of volunteer work. Not a lot, I must say, but...
How important is volunteer work?
Oh, I've been a volunteer since I was 15. I started out as a candy striper. That's probably like, probably only people my age would remember that. And it was a very small hospital because we lived in a lot of small towns when I was growing up. So it was, I don't know, maybe 100 beds. It was a kind of a bit of a regional hospital, and it was fun. Yeah, I liked it. My mother was a cook there, so I had that little connection with her. And yeah, and that's where I started being a volunteer, and I've always been a volunteer. Done some really amazing things, met amazing people, and I really loved volunteering on a team. That was a lot of fun. Like I captained the dragon boat race, and I was team captain for when we were doing the Labatt Light Relay, and we entered a senior team in that, and oh my gosh, that was like totally worth the price of admission to be with those people for 24 hours and watch them. I mean, let's be honest, there were a lot of drunk people at the Labatt Light Relay, except our team.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing to watch the women, it was all women, to watch them when these young men and women would come and visit our site and spend time with the women on our team. It was just priceless. It was like visiting their moms or their Grammys or something. But they were very drunk, and so some of the conversations were quite hilarious. At 3 o'clock in the morning, and they were, out on the track and doing their shift, and it was really quite. You can't duplicate that in the workplace. It has a kind of energy to it that is so unique. Those kinds of volunteer experiences. Yeah. We borrowed someone's pop-up tent trailer, and a couple of men with really terrible hangovers came to help us take it down and push the framework through the canvas, destroyed the pop-up tent. And it was really unique. It was from Europe, and the people had ordered it, and I borrowed it, and I'll take such good care of it. And so I had to go to the canvas place, Advanced Canvas, I think it's called, and find out, get a quote to have the canvas replaced. Then the whole team in the next 2 weeks gathered all of their belongings that we could. We had a giant yard sale, and we had to raise the money. After raising all the money for the ballot light relay, we had to raise all the money. Now, they didn't have to do that, but they did it because they knew I was on the hook for it. Well, that was a real team effort, yeah. We raised, I think, like $593, and we paid for the canvas to have the trailer repaired, and then we just donated the rest of it to the Batlight Relay. That was great, yeah. I do love volunteer work. I really enjoy working for organizations who make such a difference in the community. They really keep everything ticking along, and I love volunteer work. But I can't think of any more examples. I did a lot of board work and some national volunteer work and some provincial, and it's all the same. It feels good, and yeah, you really feel like you've done something could give it from yourself, Yeah, I couldn't have done the work that I did as a recreation officer without volunteers. I mean, they were the backbone of everything, all of the programs that we were able to add and deliver came about because of volunteers. Like the Epsilon Golden Games is it's a blend of the senior population and the Epsilon Wise Men's Club out of the Y, and that was just a beautiful marriage. And I love the way that the people would just have an idea and they would think, surely we can get this done, and they would come and they would sit in the chair opposite my desk and they go, well, I want to start a bicycle club. How can we do that? And I said, oh, yeah, we could do that. Just because they were there, we could do it. It just, money's never really an object, and definitely manpower really never is, because there are always people willing to help and to make things happen.